Hello, welcome back to my channel, G's Louise. My name's Louise, and today I have a really special video because I'm actually testing out 50-plus-year-old paints, and these are WINSOR NEWTON paints. I bought this at a flea market, and I bought it for only 10 Danish kroners, which equals to about $1.50 in US currency. So the lady who sold me these paints told me that they had belonged to a 97-year-old woman. Her name was Betty Davidson or something like that. She couldn't quite remember the last name, but it was Betty and something with David. And she was a theater painter in England at their Royal Theatre. And she painted backgrounds and setups for the Royal Theatre of England, and she had these paints for a long time, and the husband told me that he had a set of these paints too, and he had them in the 60s or something, so these are at least from the 60s. And as you can see, the tin is quite old, and there's even rust on it some places. And it's quite hard to open because it's stuck, and there's some paint on the front here as well. So when you open it, it has these 3 mixing wells, and it's like all rusty inside, and these are the paints it came with. So it came with originally I think 8 paints, and then she has included 2 extra paints, and I'm going to test them out in this video and see if they live up to the quality of WINSOR NEWTON. And I don't know if you can see it, but in the box here it says WINSOR NEWTON. Otherwise I'll take a picture of it and include it in the video. So these are actually WINSOR NEWTON paints. I have tried to look them up online, but I couldn't find anything on them. If any of you guys know anything about these paints, please let me know in the comments below. So let's get on with the video. I hope my camera will not die on me. It has a history of going out every 10 minutes, but I will try and check it. And this voiceover or talking in the video will be kind of random because I'm not doing it afterwards. I'm doing it while you're watching. And English is not my first language, as you've probably guessed, so if I sound weird or say something weird, just don't mind me because I am a foreigner. Anyways, as you can see, this is how it looks. These are all of the paints, and there are some paints on the side here as well. Some mystery paints. I have no idea what colors these are, but I'm guessing it's kind of blue or green. And I have my 2 cups of water here, one for clean and one for dirty water. Woo! And I have a little piece of paper here, so I'm just going to swatch them out first. And this, funny enough, is actually not a watercolor palette. It's for snails, when you cook snails, but I got it for really cheap at the same flea market I bought this palette. So you can basically use anything. If you don't have a porcelain palette, you don't need one. This one was under $1. So you could go to a flea market and try and see if you're lucky. And I have my really cheap brushes from Thailand as well. As you can see, they're really cracked up. So I might want to start by adding a lot of water to them. This is so interesting. I'm really hoping this is a magenta or violet. It's looking violet here actually. Ooh, so I don't know if you can see that. My palette is in the shop, yes. And my chair is noisy. Whoops. And my table is like making everything wobbly. So I'm just going to take a lot of more water here. I think they need a lot of water to get activated. I don't know if you can see this, but this is turning out a really, really gorgeous, like magenta or lilac, violet, whatever you call it in England and USA. looking really pretty. I'm just going to add some more water here. I might speed up this portion of the video and not have me talking, but I'm just gonna talk for now. So this, ooh, this is really pretty. So I think if I don't have this like a much water, this would be, you can already see it's like really vibrant. I think I'm going to move my water to the side so it doesn't affect the video. That's a really pretty color. And the next one is a blue, some sort of blue. I think I'm going to, because I did get some, yeah, I'm just going to do that. Not too vibrant yet, but I think it just needs some activating because it's really old paint, you guys. Like, it's older than my parents. Well, not my dad, because it's kind of old. Sorry, Dad. But he's turning 60 this year. So he's about the same age as these paints. Can you just take a moment to look at these colors together? That's really, really nice. I don't know how well this is picking up on camera, but in real life, I really, really like these paints. So this is looking to be like another blue, maybe a lighter blue. I'm just gonna dab a lot of water onto these paints. And I could have used like the mixing tray already in the pan set, but it's really old and rusty, and that's also why I got it so cheap, because it was really old and really used. Oh, so that's a nice sky blue there. And the next one, I'm pretty sure is a yellow. And it's really funny the consistency of these paints, like they're really dry up, like really, really dry, and they're not sitting in the pans, like they're not interlocked in the pan. I don't think I can get anything out of this color. It's just not doing anything. It's a really pale yellow if it's anything. I'm trying to scrub it. And as you can see, this. Okay, so my camera just turned off and I don't know how much you saw, but I'm just gonna continue the video and hope to get a better camera someday. And it's another blue, and it's looking kind of similar to this one, but not really. And maybe this one is a blue too. Blue too. It's rhyming. I know, I'm a writer too. So I'm like, cool. And this is a really dark blue. So she had 4 blues and 1 kind of green blue color. These are really, wow, look at this. Can you see this? All of that paint on my brush. It's hard because I have a really bad lighting system as well. But there's a lot of paint on this brush. Oh my god. I mean, look at this. That's a really rich blue. Let's see if I can mix it with the red and make a nice purple. It's mixing quite well actually, and it's turning into that cool muddy violet. So if I just add a bit more of the red, just a tad. Oh, that was too much water, because some of them really need a lot of water to be activated and some don't. There you go. Maybe just a tad more blue. Or maybe mix the blue with the first color here, the magenta-ish. I don't even know if it's a magenta, I just call it that. Oh, this is a really, see, this is the classic purple. So if you mix this blue, if you can see, like this blue with this red purple-ish magenta, you get the traditional purple color. And you can also achieve it with the red, but it's a more muddy kind of purple. And I put too much water in it, so it's really diluted. So this is my first impression of these really old WINSOR NEWTON paints. I really like them. They're really vibrant and really good, and I really think they are actually genuinely WINSOR NEWTON paints. I'm not sure if they're student quality or artist quality. If any of you have any information on these paints, don't hesitate. Just write a comment down below and let me know anything you know or find about these, because I don't really know much about them other than they belong to an old lady. So let's just try and get this yellow to work again, I think. Nothing much is happening. Oh, I got a bit more this time. It's looking more like burned sienna, or I don't know the color names, but like an earth tone rather than a yellow. And let's try the green one more time. Oh, sorry, the turquoise. It was a turquoise. See, when I wet it, it looks really good, like a really fine turquoise. Let's get a nice new piece of paper. But it's like it don't come on the paper. It's really pale. I'm really trying to work with you, honey. Work with me. I'm actually trying to get these to live again, like bring them back to life. It's kind of like CPR for paints. That's kind of cool to think about. Now it's staying this really pale blue-green tone. I mean, it's a nice color too, and maybe this is just the color of it, but I would love to see like a vibrant color like how it have been. Am I doing this wrong? Like, does anyone know how to reactivate really old paints? Is this just the colors? So I think I've got the yellow semi back. That's also just this pale, as you can see, really pale earth-ish yellow. And it's kind of like the water just sits on top instead of mixing in with the color, the pigment. But yeah, I think for the age and condition I got them in, I think these paints are really living up to my expectations. Oh yes, the orange is turning vibrant. So I think they just need some loving care and a lot of water, and you can get them to work. Yes, I am back with these old paints. So I thought I had finished the video and that the colors turned out like this. Not super vibrant all of them, but some of them really good and some of them like these not so good. Then I started to doing like a color mixing swatch chart, and look how they turned out. I mean, this is insane. So this is the one I thought was a turquoise. It is actually a very dark green, like pine tree green or something. This is the orange, and this is the last, like, dark blue. It's almost black, you guys. Like, this is really a nice vibrant set of colors, and all I did after I turned off the camera was to add a drop of water to each of them and just let it sit. So that was really all it needed, some more water. So I'm going to finish up this swatch here. Yeah, I think I'm going to film it and then just speed it up and put it at the end of the video. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hi! I just quickly wanted to show you, because my camera died in the middle of this swatching, just how vibrant these turned out to be. I don't know how well this picks up on camera because my lighting is really terrible, but this is the swatch chart of the old WINSOR NEWTON colors. This one is the one that's supposed to be yellow. I also did some swatching of it over here. And this one is the super dark blue. So overall, I think this has turned out to be a really nice palette of a lot of blues and greens and nice purples. My only concern is that the colors use up really quickly. I can't remember if there was such a big hole in the red and orange before I started, but I did have to scrape a lot with my brush, like backwards, to get the paint out of some of the pans. So, but yeah, I think this was a really good bargain. Like, I can't believe I got all of these nice looking colors, and they're so old and they came with a nice story. So yeah, that's all I had for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, hit the like button, maybe subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to make sure you get my next video. And as we say in Denmark, hej hej!